And so, finally, then, how would you describe the coaching and the therapy that you've had with me? And please be honest, completely honest. Yeah.
Very, very thorough.
Yeah.
Things that have been brushed under the carpet start to get looked at, and I feel gently guide me through things that I've avoided looking at, avoided dealing with. My reaction isn't always gentle, and I often have a big reaction because it's, I want to pull away, I fight it, I resist it, I have these huge flare-ups, and I'm thrashing about, and I'm very uncomfortable, and still, we're still on this journey, we're still going through it, we're still looking at these things, and then gradually it becomes okay, and I'm doing it. I'm walking, I'm going through the journey, things are happening, and the flare-ups are reducing, and I'm not having the same big reactions that I was having before because of the consistency of the coaching, and just there's a real trust, a real kind of security, and what I feel works for me very well is the structure of it. The fact that it's very clear, you put things across very clearly. Again, it's not always received that way by me, but when I'm ready to come, when I start to come back to the structure and see the value of it, then things start to really change for me, which then gives me more momentum to follow through with what we're doing and the direction that we're heading in. And so it's a very challenging, very thorough, and well structured, and also the huge difference with your coaching in comparison with what I've experienced in the past is those practical steps that you take into your life, and that you also want to know how has it gone and what's happened, and did you do it, and if you didn't do it, why didn't you do it, and look at the reason why you didn't do it, and are you okay with that? It's all of that kind of thing.
I hold her accountable. Yeah,
it's very hard to run away from yourself, which is what I'm good at. I've been very good at that. So and I haven't been happy when I've been running away from myself.
So you were coming back to yourself.
Yeah, which is what I needed to start to feel like a more secure person, because even though it's still an ongoing process, what I'm becoming very aware about is this massive insecurity that I carry with me, and it's a huge feature in my just the way I am, really, and so to be able to see myself and feel myself becoming more secure in myself as a result of the consistency, the structure, being held accountable, following through with things that I'd made a commitment to do, and having to follow through with it and being held accountable for that. I mean, it's even just articulating it now, I realise the huge impact it's had on me, and it is, as much as I'm talking about it, there's also so much that goes on just deep in my subconscious as a result of the methods that we're kind of going through on this journey. It's amazing.
So when you say about the impact, can you say a bit more about that?
the impact is, yeah, I mean, so let's see, yeah, I start to really see, yeah, the truth.
The truth,
Yeah.
Which can be scary sometimes.
Yeah, and that's like boiling it down. Because the truth is what is the most simple. And I know that my kind of default mode is to overcomplicate things, and I'm not like engaging with like the truth of the situation. So yeah, so what I feel is happening through the coaching and like the methods that you're using, and yeah, is to bring the simple truth to light, you know, and for me to experience that and to say, okay, oh wow, so this is what's really going on.
Yeah.
And it's not always easy. In fact, it's very rarely easy. But yeah, that's the impact. Huge impact.
So I think a nice way I've heard you say it is like, I've helped you to gain like clarity and understanding when you've been in choppy waters and it's been crazy and chaotic, and I always try to bring Nadine back, and everyone's different, but usually the common theme is always about clarity and finding peace and acceptance and seeing the simple truth in things.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when we do, we start with the meditation at the beginning of the session, so that really helps to just settle my thoughts and to make my mind less busy, and yeah, to bring some clarity. And that is it. That's what we always kind of come round to. And I just when it's becomes simple for me in my head, and when it becomes clearer as a result of discussions that we've had, I feel more relaxed, more settled, more peaceful, and that's when I know that I've gained clarity.
Yeah. So what's it like at the end of the sessions? Because you can come in and it's kind of a bit crazy in your mind, and then when you leave,
when I leave, I'm often very subdued.
Like what's happened?
I'm kind of just I become very subdued. Yeah, so I often leave kind of with the opposite energy to like how I arrived, which is sometimes quite frantic, chaotic mind, and yeah, I just become very calm. And
there's always a very clear, through every session, whatever comes out of that session, there's always very clear steps for you to take.
Yeah,
that's going to move Nadine forward in the way that you want.
Yeah.
And obviously, like she says, I kind of hold her accountable, and that's part of why the transformation and the change has been quite deep and profound, really. And that I always say to her, it'll be impossible for her to go back to where you were back then. I mean, can you imagine that? I mean,
no,
and
and I wouldn't want.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't want to,
Yeah.
and that's the big part. And when it's been very hard, and thinking, oh goodness me, here I am on this, this journey, this coaching, this therapy, this self-growth, this learning and discovery, and self, healing, and it's not easy, but yeah, I mean, the clear steps that I then apply, then it's kind of like you're not left hanging thinking, okay, now I'm in the middle of this thing, and what now? And it's like, okay, now this is going to happen. I'm going to do this, I'm going to try that, I'm going to see how it goes with this, and then reflect on it. Yeah, and things change. things fall into place. And
well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in today and just sharing your story, going more in depth in your story, because even doing this again, I know it's a big deal, and you're sharing your heart with the world and being intimate, and that's fantastic, absolutely fantastic, because what you say could help somebody else. Yeah, it could help somebody else, and that if you are feeling lost or confused, there is a way out. There is a way out. I've been there, and it's kind of what I want to pass on to anyone who wants to come to me for relationship coaching or therapy or hypnosis. I offer that. So thank you again. It's been really great.
My pleasure.
Really great. And thank you for watching, and if you've liked what you've seen, then do subscribe to my YouTube channel. But for now, goodbye.
Goodbye.